This is a beautiful day. Good day to everyone. One of the processes that are very, very essential in life is nutrition. And of course, it is one of the characteristics of living organisms, the topic nutrition. In this class today, we shall be talking about the mode of feeding that we have basically in plants. Okay? Mode of feeding in plants. Our target is number one, we want to define what nutrition is. Of course, define correctly. Nutrition, what it is. In a short form, we can say nutrition is a process by which living organisms get and use up food materials. Please don't define nutrition as feeding. That word feeding is synonymous to the word nutrition. Please, when you are asked to define correctly. It is a process by which living organisms get what they should get. Number two, they must be able to use up that food they have gotten. Okay? Then another thing again is we want to identify the main types of nutrition. Okay? And these types are, number one, we have what is called autotrophic. Autotrophic or holovitic. Those two words are the same thing. Auto means self. Trophic means feeding. That is, these organisms are self-feeding. They can produce food by themselves. So we also call this autotrophic holophytic. Okay? Then the second one we have is ectero. Ectero means depend. Okay? While trophic means feeding. That is, they are depending on other organisms for their feeding. Please take note of this. Do not exchange or think that holozoic, this word, is the same thing as this. They are never the same thing. You may have it in some textbooks. That is never correct. Then, the major types of autotrophic are photosynthetic and chemosynthetic. Those two words are coming from where they are obtaining the energy they are using to process the food they are making. Number one, for photosynthetic, the energy used is obtained from sunlight. That is why we call it photo and producing food. While in case of chemosynthesis, the energy used for this food production is obtained from the chemical stored up in the body of that very organism. So, autotrophic we have photosynthetic and chemosynthetic. Then under heterotrophic, we have holozoic. This one is exhibited mainly by animals. That is why you can never take heterotrophic to be the same thing as holozoic. Okay, the process by which organisms get, ingest, I-N-G-E-S-T, digest, assimilate, then ingest, E-G-E-S-T. So they're able to ingest, remove the solid, undigested food materials from their body system. Then we have saprophytic, we have carnivorous or insectivorous plants, we have symbiotic, which could be parasitic, mutualistic or commensalistic. Please, let's note that. Then list and describe all the types of nutrition found in plants, which is our target for today. Okay, number one, we have photosynthetic nutrition. Like the word implied, photosynthetic, it is only green plant that can carry out their mode of feeding by this process. Okay, maybe they are microscopic or they are large, like we see loco tree around us. Once any plant is green, it should be able to carry out photosynthesis. And that mode of feeding is photosynthetic. Then we have chemosynthetic. Okay, like I said the other time, a type of autotrophic nutrition in which organisms get their energy they use for producing the food from their body system, from the chemicals stored up in their body system. Then we have saprophytic. Saprophytic is carried out by another class or group of plants that are non-green plants. And majorly in our kingdom, this group of plants are called fungi. Okay, fungi basically they are non-green plants, and so they carry out their own mode of feeding by getting nutrients from the environment. That is saprophytic. Then we have example of saprophytic is your Rhizopus nigricans. Okay, maybe you, like I've been saying in classes, you left your bread, your eba for like 2-3 days. You see some things like white, yellow, green on it. That kind of thing you saw, it will be either mucor or Rhizopus nigricans. Then from there we have carnivorous plants. There are some plants, like you are eating your own food. They can digest some small insects. In fact, pisha plant can digest a big rat, as big as rodent. If it gets into it, it will break it down, release the exam, and absorb nutrient from it. Now, if you observe this plant critically, apart from the fact that it's trapping insects, its body system is also green. That means in addition to getting food nutrient by trapping insects, it can also at the same time photosynthesize. So it's using two means of getting its food materials. All right? Then we can have parasitic. Parasitic, like we have in Institute. For example, this plant you see here is growing another plant, not only staying, it has released its root, we call rhizome, into the tissue of the plant. So instead of the plant getting nutrient only, to begin to absorb its food material from the plant's body as well. Then we have lynchy in mutualistic. Lynchy is a combination of algae and fungi. You know, algae is a green plant, while fungi are non-green plants. When they live together, one doesn't have root. In algae, no root. In case of fungi, there is root. So the fungi will help to absorb water, whereas algae will now produce the food and share with the fungi. In such, they practice mutual agreement. That is mutualistic mood of it. The last one we have for plant is commercialistic. We have some plants, they just stay on another plant. They are not sending their root into it. They're just there to get support. In that way, this plant is benefiting, whereas this big one is neither benefiting nor being harmed in that association. In such a makeup, we refer to as that as mutual commercialistic mood of feeding. All right? And as we go on in this class, I pray that God will bless you. Stay calm, stay blessed, and remain. Please read more about this, and God bless you.